Hi, Beauty. I'm Ashley Sunshine, and I'm a women's sacred business mentor and a water priestess. And I'm here to help bring women's gifts out to the world, that you know you have something powerful and special to offer to the world. And you've integrated your feminine and you've discovered the magic of this reality. And now you're ready to really make it into a lifestyle, make it into an impact to make ripple change on this planet in your life, in your worlds, in your family, in your community, and then, to the rest of the world. And so I'm here to share one common and huge problem that I'm seeing with actually making that happen, with actually making the impact and the income from your sacred gifts, even if you're feeling ready and clear about what it is you're here to do. And that is the follow through and the commitment when things aren't so easy in the beginning. There's a Taoist principle called difficulty in the beginning. And it's the universal principle that things are generally difficult in the beginning, right? The moments when a seed is sprouting through the soil, he has to go through a challenging moment in the darkness, navigating and pushing through towards the surface of the soil in order to make it out. And once that seed sprouts, it becomes so much easier. And the bigger the plant gets, the easier and the more likely the survival is. So those first stages of life as a baby human, as a baby animal, as a baby plant, and any baby on its journey, in the beginning of any journey. And we're all in our cycles where sometimes we become babies and start something new. And this is what meaning is in our life. And this is what growth is, to be committed to change and committed to bringing in new patterns and newness into your life, right? And so when you embark on that journey of, okay, I know what I'm here to offer, and I know what my gifts are, and I'm ready to try out an offering and bring it to the world, whether that's a monthly membership that you want to create, or it's a group program, or it's a one-on-one container, or a retreat, or a workshop that you want to create. You're like, okay, I'm ready to bring it out there to the world. There's this phenomenon that happens where we bring it out there, and maybe we'll have one or two people excited about it. Maybe we'll have that, big send off of like, oh my goodness, people have been waiting for this, and 20 people have signed up right away. But most likely, there will be an uncomfortable moment or a little time period where there's not much response, where people are watching you from a distance, and maybe you're piquing their curiosity and making them feel excited, but they're not quite ready to jump in. And they're wanting to gain and build trust in you in that process. And what could happen with you is that you're kind of waiting for them to respond, and then nobody responds. So the ego mind gets in the way and starts the process of self-sabotage. And so if we put something out there, even 2, 3, 4 times we put it out there and we still didn't get a response, or maybe we got a response from one person, but like they're hesitating, or maybe we reached out to a few people and they're not quite ready to say yes. It can be so discouraging. And most of the women that I speak to and that I coach tend to stop the offer after those first few discouraging interactions, that they will maybe share about our offer. That I'm guilty of this too. This was my approach for many years, to give up on something when things didn't quite go the way that I thought that it would. I had a lot of luck in the beginning of my journey as a yoga teacher, and would, yeah, just really have no problem rallying my community to support my yoga classes or my teacher trainings and things like that. But in the current market, especially in the online world, it's of utmost importance to stay committed and build trust with our prospective clients, with our community, to first and foremost make ourselves visible. But once we're visible, to really build trust. And to build trust on something means to stay committed to it. It means willing to be flexible. It means willing to put yourself out there and ask people directly to get their direct feedback on what they like about your offer and what they don't. To have those conversations that can be quite confronting sometimes, to get the direct feedback from your community, but that are the most invaluable conversations that you can have, because they directly impact how you are communicating about your offer, how you are presenting it to the world. It takes a person at least 7 times to see something before they're ready to buy. And this is statistically speaking for a hot lead. A hot lead is someone who's been seeing what you're doing and they've been feeling the calling to get closer to you, and they're interested, they're actively interested in connecting with you. Even for that person, on average, they need to see something 7 times before they're ready to get out their credit card or put the money down. Now think about people that are warm leads or even cold leads. How many times do they need to see something before they're a yes? This number is at around 35. And so when I coach my clients, we create plans so that they are sharing their offering 35 times or more. And this might seem like a lot, but it's actually not. And this is how we gain the trust and the communication and the camaraderie with our clients. It's a lot of trial and error. Sometimes we change the way we word things, and that helps land a little bit deeper with someone else. I used to practice hula hoop. I still do sometimes, but I used to take classes. And I had a few different hula hoop teachers, and I would also watch YouTube videos training in hula hoop. And with some tricks, the way that some teachers would explain it just wouldn't land in my body. And I'd have to hear it from a few different perspectives, a few different voices, in order for the trick to land in my body and like get it. And just one word or one way of saying something can make a huge, made a huge difference for me. And so when you're marketing and selling your offer, you create your offer, you are so lit up by it, you understand your method behind it, and you're like sold on the principles of this offer. So now you're ready to sell it to the world. And you make a beautiful flyer and you share it across your platforms and you wait. It's just not enough anymore. And what we really need to be doing is explaining it in multiple platforms, many different times, for many different ears, in many different learning techniques. So different people have different learning styles. Some people are visual learners, some people are audio learners, some people are like tactile learners. Some people like to read things, some people like to watch things, and they'll get it in different, they'll get it in their own way. And so it's your job to create as many different streams that people can jump in to when they're ready to go. And when something's working, when finally you hit that, like, oh, okay, this video actually went a long way, or this free training that I gave went a long way, or this PDF and the way that I titled it and the way that I worded it and the content inside just like happened to spread like wildfire. It's like, oh, okay, now you've hit the money. Now you've hit the thing that's working. And I can promise you that if you feel the calling to share your sacred spiritual gifts with the world, the universe is on your side. And it's that desire and that knowing is in you for a reason. It's not random and it's not for no good reason. And your job is to find the accurate stream of which to connect that gift to your audience. And in order to do that, there's a lot of experimentation. There's a lot of conversations that need to be had around what wording is working? How do things land for people? And what kind of thought and energetic feedback are you getting from people reading your content and consuming your content? And as you have those difficult conversations, and sometimes they can be really fun, they don't have to be difficult, but as you have those conversations, you begin to tweak and refine your communication so that it lands with the person. And still, even when it lands, it is required from you to get on the mountaintops and repeat yourself over and over and over again, to stay committed to the vision day in and day out. And in those moments that there's doubt, there's fear that creep into your mind, that you consistently come back to loving service, that you consistently put your small ego out of the way so that becomes less about you and more about you being of service, that it is your ultimate pleasure to be able to share what's pouring out of your heart with the world. And so the initiation is that you are willing to do what it takes to get that information into the hands and the hearts of those who are ready to receive it. If you're being called to share your sacred gifts, there are groups and groups and groups of people who are also hearing the calling to receive from you. And it's your job to have faith in that and continue showing up for that and make sure that this material that you're creating gets in the hands and the hearts of those who are wanting it and needing it. And so I'm offering Sacred Business Coaching, which is I hold your hand through this process. I get behind you through this process. I help to cheer you on through the ups and downs of the wave of the journey. That sometimes you feel on fire and you feel so committed and so clear. And sometimes you feel confused and lost and, down and out because of all the doubts and the fears that are the natural part of the human experience. And having someone behind your back to help keep you accountable, to give you access to strategies and energetics that work, and to give you that real-time feedback on your strategy and your business and the wording and even if you're not fully clear on what it is that you're offering, that's what I also specialize in, is helping you really get sold and clear about your unique frequency and your unique spiritual and physical gifts that you are here to share with the world. I'm doing a super special offering right now of a 30-minute free consultation session with me, a Sacred Business Codes deep dive, where I get my eyes on your business, where I get my eyes on your energetics and your strategy and show you where you can lean more into the feminine and into the listening and into the masculine and into the strategy and let's do this thing. And I'm feeling that most of you probably are needing more of that masculine energy to get your ducks in a row and follow up with goal-oriented action to really do real-time testing, because no one strategy is guaranteed to work, right? We all need to find our own strategy. But what's so important is that we actually do the thing so that we can see what's working, what doesn't, that we get our voices out there and get those conversations going to really get the real-time feedback to create what you're wanting to create. And with the methods that I bring and the path of mastery, mission, and money, then I can guarantee that in, however long it takes, that you will definitely get there to the place where you're living your truth, you're living the lifestyle that lights your soul on fire, and you feel unstoppable in spreading your light and your message to this world. So for the next 2 weeks, I'm offering Sacred Business Code sessions. So I'll pop a link below. You can sign up for 30 minutes with me with no obligation. And if you love it and you're interested in working together more, I'm going to share with you a really special program that I'm offering now of 2 months at a special price. So sign up below. And I love you so much. And I'm just wishing you so much loving success in your sacred mission here on earth. Much love.